Hello and welcome to the Inbetween podcast. I'm your host, Joe Scorn. I'm joined here by Tony Tones@RT.
Hello, I'm here.
I'm
alive.
Apparently my soundboard broke, so I had to restart the podcast. And I'll go full cam. Wearing a Christmas jumper for the Christmas episode.
You are Santa yet again. What is he wearing?
What am I wearing?
No, what is Santa wearing in that?
He's wearing his normal shirt.
Yeah, but
what's
he wearing as his trousers though?
His trousers?
It looks a little weird to me. I don't like
red
it.
trousers.
Yeah, but okay.
And his green gloves until he was turned red by the Coca-Cola company from commercialism. Yeah, hello. Welcome to the podcast. I guess it's Christmas. I've got some royalty-free Christmas music.
Play the.
Last time
Don't we have to say who it is though?
If it's got attribution license, yeah.
But then they all do.
It's from the YouTube audio library. You just need to attribute this video on your description.
Okay, that's fine.
Attribution.
I'm sure YouTube, if it's part of their library, they can automatically find it.
Look at that dog.
We're still full screen, by the way.
Yeah.
I can't see the dog.
I've got the content that people want to see.
Yeah, but you look at the dog.
Look at the dog. And you may be saying, Joe, where's your Christmas hat?
Well,
Tony
this year,
is wearing a Christmas hat this year.
Now that I'm finally on camera.
As you can see. Tony's over there with his Christmas hat.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So, if you haven't seen Tangerine, there will be no more what we've been playing this week because it was consuming the show and our lives. And it was too powerful.
I like how you said that just as like the music went, the victory. The victory speak. Yeah. I think has anyone gone live yet? I don't actually know what the schedule of the Tangerines
We've
are
had 3 Tangerines
they're all
already.
live. Okay,
yeah, all of them are live.
All live?
Yep. Because I already have tons more Tangerines to make.
Actually really happy with the way it turned out.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a few glitches of my internet cutting out. And Discord cutting out as well, like a good combination of just everything happening, but mainly me.
Our Resident Evil expert is here right now, and we will be making a Resident Evil episode. Specifically just on Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Vietnam Dave will be back.
Vietnam Dave.
To stare into your soul.
Yeah. I found it really difficult to put into words what I like about things, is what I realised. So I was thinking, how do I was thinking, maybe it's maybe I don't like Resident Evil as much as I think. And I was like, hang on. What if I start explaining why I like Star Trek? I can't.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Why am I getting recommended Peppa Pig?
I don't know. You've been watching Peppa Pig again,
I haven't been watching any kids' videos. I don't know why I'm getting recommended Peppa Pig.
Okay.
Dude, I tell you, when I started getting recommended kids' videos, it's because I was watching Super Mario Maker, and that's considered, kid-friendly.
Oh, okay.
Happy New Year.
No.
We wish you a royalty-free Christmas. We wish you a royalty-free Christmas.
It's actually great music, though.
I'm going to leave this on throughout the
podcast. I think we should.
Okay. I don't know if it's too loud or too low now. Dave will have to tell me.
To us, it sounds fine, but...
Risk of Rain, Hidden Realms update. Risk of Rain, one of my games of 2019. Fantastic game. Would highly recommend it. Lots of fun, especially co-op with friends. Very good 3D roguelike game. I didn't enjoy the original 2D Risk of Rain, but I found I enjoyed this one a lot more.
I think this looks better.
New enemies, new levels. There's a new character to play with as well, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, it's available now, so you can play it now.
Well, we got news on Minecraft Dungeons.
Yes, I've got Minecraft Dungeons news.
Because you are the world's biggest fan.
I love Minecraft.
I just want
Dungeons.
to be.
Also, Deep Rock Galactic update.
I love. Yeah.
Speaking of Deep Rock Galactic, absolutely fucking snubbed this year in the Steam Awards.
Yeah,
Coffee Ghost Ship Games got absolutely fucking snubbed by GTA 5 being selected over it for the Labour of Love Award. We'll be talking about the Steam Awards later.
Is this you still vote for things, right?
Yeah, you get a trading card when you vote.
I haven't bothered to do that yet because I was kind of just. I think I looked at it and went, "No, I'm disappointed," and left. I forgot I could do stuff with it.
The Deep Rock Galactic full end game update is out now. There's deep dives, which are like 3 missions stitched together, and you mine between them. There's the weapon mods and stuff. Machine events. There's a new, and this is like a quality of life patch.
Physics are in place fully now.
So we've got a new enemy, which is like super tough from the front. You've basically got to get behind this guy, otherwise you can't kill him. He's like impenetrable from the front.
Maybe he turns really slowly.
There's a new machine event as well, which is what we were seeing earlier.
So you want to be like an open space to deal with these guys.
You do not want to get in a cave against one of these guys, or you're going to get wrecked. New weapons are out. This is especially useful for when you have level modifiers such as no shields missions, because then you want to change your loadout from having a perk that helps with shield regeneration to a perk that gives you more health. That's where it's super useful. New weapon skins inspired by the old kind of dwarf clan sort of thing. All the runes and that sort of stuff. I remember like one of the previous updates I said the best feature was the beard physics. We've got new beer mugs. Every single drink in this game has a unique mug.
What?
It's that amazing.
Okay.
The best feature is at the end though. There's new animations for everything, which is really cool. HUD improvements.
This game gets so many good updates though.
Yep. Beard freedom. You can now have your beard free flowing no matter what armor you're wearing.
Oh, I see.
Because it was getting constricted by some of the armors. They've made it so the beard comes out of all of the armor types.
I like that.
And then the final little update at the end is, let's see if we can find it. I think it's right at the end. You can now pet the loot bug, which I think is such a nice little update. Hello. They're so cute. And it's like, oh,
can you pet the
you're
dog?
so cute, and I want to kill you because you've eaten loads of nitrate and gold, and I need that.
Well,
okay.
That's that.
Quick news.
Quick news.
I'll talk about some of the stuff I don't have notes for before I go into this. Apparently, the new Fallout 76 patch broke legendary armor effects after reloading a weapon, breaking almost every single endgame build in the game.
There's been some more quick news after that.
Okay, Fallout 76 bugs.
There's been some new hacking things where people can be able to spawn NPCs and entire assets from Fallout 4. And what's his name? Preston Garvey? They spawned him in. The guy with the hat that gives you goes to this place on the map. You haven't played Fallout 4 enough, yet?
No, I've barely touched Fallout 4 to be honest with you.
How do you not meet Preston? You just walk in a random direction and not do any mission.
I did some missions. I went to the main city. I don't remember what it's called. And then I installed some mods, like the.
But did you get the power armor?
Yeah, I used the power armor. I think. But
you would have met Preston then.
I installed some mods which I think should have been in the game. I think because you can hold on to your wedding ring, right? And the game, there's no reward for it. It's purely sentimental. But I think there's a mod that makes it so it gives you intelligence or agility or something. One simple stat. Just to be like, hey, if you're not going to sell your wedding ring, you should get a little stat for keeping the wedding ring. And there's some small other stuff I like. But I just didn't have the drive to play it after playing Fallout 3 and enjoying that a lot and then completely changing the system.
Yeah, the story is...
This is quick news. This is not bad Bethesda.
Oh, that's a different...
Steam Epic Sale is live. So Steam is the normal Steam sale. The event they're doing at the moment is you do quests, you get coins, you can then use that to buy a coupon or you can buy animated stickers.
Not as broken as the summer one, by the looks of it.
No, they've actually foolproof this one so people can't use the system.
You can't get stuff in games, basically.
You used to not be able to use Steam Wallet funds to get coins, but they've now changed it so you can after complaints. And now chat effects and animated stickers don't have an expiry date where they did before.
Wait,
they did.
What? They had it?
Yeah.
What?
They did a quick update
because
people were complaining.
I did not know that because I was not paying it because I kind of forgot about it because it was really buggy the first day. I was like, I'm just gonna leave it. Then I left it for longer than I remember I was going to do. When did it actually go live? What day was it?
I don't know, 3 or 4.
It's Thursday, right? Or Friday?
6 o'clock. I can tell you the time.
Okay.
Epic is having a sale, and they're also doing a free game every day for 12 days today's free game, you can pick it up before 6 o'clock, is Super Hot. So if you want to pick up Super Hot for free, pick that up now. The next one is going to be something with a match. Maybe Firewatch? I'm just going to guess. I don't really know. Or Little Inferno? Something to do with
I don't know.
Something to do with the match.
Those are my only two guesses.
Super Hot, Towerful Ascension, and Into the Breach, I think.
Maybe it's Fortnite.
Have been the free games so far. Yeah, Fortnite, the next Epic.
Get it for free.
Epic giving away free games, and they're also doing a $10 coupon.
So if I sign up to Epic Store right now,
yeah,
I can definitely do without messing up the timestamps.
You can get a free copy of Super Hot.
Yeah, how do I do this? I'll just go to Epic Store.
Go to the Epic website and make an account.
I'll do this on stream. This is very professional. I'll just do this.
So basically, you get a $10 coupon, £10 coupon for every game over £15.
Oh, okay.
Epic is giving you £10 out of their pocket.
That's actually pretty good.
So if you were to buy Red Dead Redemption, it would be £33.
Okay. And if I bought the Outer Worlds,
yeah, it would be £27.
Okay.
And every time you make a purchase, you get another £10 coupon.
The next one.
Mm-hmm. So you could buy Borderlands for £20. I was looking at I think the 3 games I'm interested in on the Epic Games Store are The Outer Wilds, not to be confused with The Outer Worlds, Superliminal, and Satisfactory.
Yeah, I want Superliminal, but I did not want Outer Wilds.
But the thing with Superliminal is they made it so I think it was just over £15, but because it went on sale, they made it go just under £15, so you can't use the £10 coupon on it.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, it would have been like £6 to buy the game, which I think would be a really good price.
I do not want the Epic launcher.
Get the Epic launcher.
No,
it's great.
No.
Well, you're going to need the Epic launcher to play the games.
Yeah, but not on my phone.
Get it on your phone. Anyway. Halo Reach Evolved and Halo Reach Forged collection are the first big mods of Halo Reach PC. Halo Reach was designed with mods in mind. They made easy anti-cheat workaround mods. And the first ones to come are Halo Reach Evolved, which is more making the game similar to the Combat Evolved, the first game, adding some new missions and some new weapon rebalance. Specifically, I think it's rebalancing the legendary difficulty. And then Halo Reach Forge is basically taking a bunch of old Forge maps and then porting them onto Halo Reach already, because the Forge is not out yet. That's a big thing.
I'm looking forward to that, because I mean, that's like I was saying to you, like when we were talking about this Inbetween podcast, I guess. Yeah. I think it was on Tangerine, right? It's like the Machinima started using the Forge stuff. That's how Machinima started, as far as I can work out. That's the Machinimas I cared about, other than Freeman's Mind. So that's not really Machinima, though. That's just.
Well, Machinima is an interesting word.
Yeah, it's a very weird word. It was recognized at some point by something. I can't remember where or why.
Isn't it like machina? Isn't it like Latin for machine?
The first,
or is it a different word?
It's a different word. The first half of it is.
Because Deus Ex Machina is Latin for God from the machine.
Yeah. They added the animation to the end of it, though. So it's like machine animation is what they're kind of going for.
Yeah.
But it's a weird one, because like, what does that mean? Why is it from normal animation, I guess? But
speaking of oopsies, like Fallout 76. With the Oopsie Award. We need to give... idea for the In-Between podcast.
We call it the Big Oops, or Big Oops.
The Big Oops Award.
We need to give someone the Big Oops.
I think there's no way Fallout 76 is not getting the Big Oops.
I mean, Blizzard fucked up massively, but...
True.
Fallout 76... I don't know, to me it's kind of a toss-up between the two.
Now that Payday 2 is back in active development since Starbreeze went into the Swedish version of bankruptcy and can't work on Payday 3 anymore... they've dropped all support for console. And you may say, wait, there was Payday on console? Yeah, they never really supported it in the first place. It was completely buggy and broken, and they never truly supported it. They're now going to be focusing all of the Payday 2 development on the PC version. So good luck to them.
Good luck.
I actually quite like Payday 2. It's a game I played a lot.
Yeah.
But obviously they have released a lot of DLC. They've done microtransactions, that sort of stuff. Denuvo's been removed from Resident Evil 2 remake. That's good to hear.
That's good.
Xbox Game Studios, Undead Labs studio head and founder Jeff Strain will open a second studio in New Orleans, Louisiana, and this is with Microsoft support. So it looks like
so
they're just trying to get more employees working at different places.
More games.
Yeah. So we might see some more State of Decay sort of games.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool, I think.
I think State of Decay 2 is actually a pretty good game. So
how's this gonna work though? Like, do we know who's in charge or anything, or is this just all we know? I'm curious to know like how
Jeff Strain, the founder, is going to be moving to the studio.
Yeah, is that it though? No other.
I don't know. I don't know.
I find it.
This is just the announcement.
For me personally, I find it difficult because like dev teams are very weird. Like, so you have like the same lead, but then like it's still a different team entirely.
Not a lot of people actually know this, but Fallout 76 was built by a Bethesda, like a kind of a new studio in Texas.
Yeah. And then they also got lots of help from all the other people to try and make the multiplayer fucking work. It didn't work though, did it?
This was meant to be their big online service.
Yeah.
Like, we can just outsource it to a studio in Texas.
Yeah.
This never really worked enough.
We'll just give them the Fallout 4 assets and their engine and we'll make a multiplayer game. Yeah. It'll work brilliantly.
Dying Light goes medieval. It's got Dying Light, the original one, has a chivalry crossover. You can now get some chivalry-based weapons, such as a sword, a shield. Pretty cool to see all the crossovers they've been doing with other games. We had the Left 4 Dead crossover. Dying Light's a really good game as well. If you haven't played it yet, definitely check it out. Really fun game. Really excited for Dying Light. What's it called? New Blood? Or is that the Battle Royale? Dying Light 2, I guess. What's... Wasn't there like a Battle Royale game they made?
Bad Blood?
Bad Blood. I think that was the Battle Royale game.
Oh my god.
I never played this.
I didn't even know it existed, I'll be honest with you. Oh, your Peppa Pig stuff's gone.
Thank God. I don't want to watch
It's now
Peppa
just full of
Pig.
Linus and Jontron. Okay.
What was I saying the other day? I was talking about Peppa Pig today.
Or maybe Google was listening to you and
gave
you stuff.
It's because I said I'm someone that when I say a game's good, I'll only say it if I've played it.
Okay.
But you'll say a game's good if you've seen somebody else
play it. If I've seen a fucking lot of it, yeah.
But then I was saying it's like me going, oh, I saw Peppa Pig through my neighbour's window and it looked like a pretty good episode.
Yeah.
Anyway, Hades Welcome to Hell update. There's a new update for Hades. It's also coming to Steam as well.
Why is it telling me patch notes 720p 29 point what? Okay.
That's what we need to do.
I don't understand, but okay.
And 29.97 FPS. So there's Hell mode, a more challenging way to play for veterans. There's God mode, a more forgiving way to play through the story. Underworld renovations. The House Contras has many new improvements. Fated list, forge bonds, new keepsakes, extra measurements, and new storyline events. So this is their big patches. They're now moving to Steam. If you don't know, Hades was an Epic exclusive for about a year or so because it was partially funded by Epic.
Yeah.
So
it's been a year already.
I think so.
I think you're right, but it doesn't feel like it. I think Hades was
glory to the newborn king, by the way.
Hades was one of the first things added, and it's like I think it kind of for me, I forgot about it because it was on.
Steven Universe and pals are being added to Brawlhalla. Brawlhalla, it was a great independent 2D fighting game. Got bought up by Ubisoft, so they're getting more fighters in there. We've had Rayman. We now have Steven Universe, which is a popular cartoon show.
Yeah, I don't know Steven
from Cartoon
Universe,
Network. Yeah, it's similar to like Adventure Time or something like that.
Okay.
That's why.
Equally don't know.
Yeah. Do you know about this? Yolands, Bohemia Interactive, the guys who make Armour.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah. I forgot it was called. Why is it called this?
It's now out and it's now free to play.
Okay.
Originally they were charging for like this open world sandbox game. But now it's fully out and it's free to play. So if you're interested in playing a sandbox game made by the Armour people, Check this one out.
I mean, the gritty realism is really showing.
It's got mixed reviews. It does look kind of interesting now. I'm kind of interested to play it. I think a lot of people are complaining that they paid for it.
They wanted a survival mode. There's no wait, but there's no survival.
It was a pay-to-play game back in EA, but then went free-to-play with the pay-to-play content becoming a DLC. Any EA backers got sure, whatever, I understand that. But Jan's only limited in 5 in a day and age where any in development works their salt with program mode could create an infinite generated terrain you think a AAA studio would have done 2 years of being discussed. Can't recommend this game because the sandbox mode and mini games, while all fun, albeit, is just passing fun. So if it's free to play and you want some passing fun, check this out, I guess. I just thought it was interesting that the people who made Arma made like a free to play sandbox game.
With an exploration pack. Yeah. Interesting.
Heroes of the Storm, Deathwing is out. He is probably the most requested hero in Heroes of the Storm.
People still playing this game?
Yes, okay. But like the esports has been completely
I remember the esports game.
And I think it's on like I think it's on life support like level. Like they're doing updates, but they're not like putting lots of money into it.
Right.
I'm someone who likes Heroes of the Storm. I think it's an underrated game.
When did you last play it?
I don't know.
This year?
I have played Heroes of the Storm this year.
Okay.
Lost Vikings got balance changes, Tony. Your favourite Blizzard character.
It is my favourite.
And they're such an interesting character as well because you play as 3 separate characters at the same time. DayZ got a DLC. DayZ came out recently and it now has a DLC with bears in it.
Peggy.
I'm kind of done with DayZ though. I don't trust them.
Wait.
Not
only does it have bears in it, though,
okay.
It's also a fishing update.
It sounds like one for Michael, not me, but...
Have you ever been playing DayZ, walking around, getting shot, being really bored, and think, man, I wish I could be fishing right now? Well, we've got the DLC.
Why the risk of being shot still? Why is Vin Diesel going into that house?
You can now fish in DayZ, the next level feature.
There, right?
That is the DLC.
Look shit, I'll be honest with you.
Sony has made a new $30 DualShock 4 attachment which adds back buttons and an OLED display to the back of your controller.
Why is there so much though? That's my first question.
There's an
OLED... For that, buttons and OLED.
So I was confused why it has a display on the back in the first place, but you can customize the buttons and the OLED display changes based on to show you which button is currently bound to.
Okay.
Why it needs to be an OLED display? It doesn't. It could have been an LED
also,
display.
OLEDs aren't that expensive if you make them small. Or you could choose a cheaper display.
But basically, this has been a feature of the Microsoft Xbox Elite Wireless. The Steam controller has back buttons. People like back buttons on controllers, so Sony is adding them as an attachment for the PS4. And we might even see back buttons on the PS5 controller.
Not just have a £45 controller with back buttons.
No. Why would they do that? They can make more money this way.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot about the money. Yeah, that's my big annoyance. Is like there's too much money for what it is. That's ridiculous.
Tony, you might be interested in this.
Yeah.
Nexus Mods has a data breach.
Interestingly, you have to change your password when you log in again.
Interestingly, this isn't the first time this has happened. Apparently, they've had a lot of data breaches.
We only had 3, but I say only 3. That's quite a lot.
Yeah.
They don't have the most secure system because of because they've got so much legacy stuff that their back doors always get hacked. They can't figure out if people have actually got any information, but someone was definitely abusing the old system.
Right.
So.
But yeah, if you've ever used Nexus Mods to download mod, check your password. Go to Have I Been Pwned? See if your password is out.
Well, you don't need. Yeah, you do need to check that.
I would recommend getting a password manager.
For me, who had a password manager for this already set up, I just had to log into Nexus. Well, when you go to the Nexus Mods, you have to sign in. It goes, you have to change your password right now. It's like, okay, that's pretty cool. But because it's a unique password, I only had to do it for Nexus Mods.
World War Z Studio Saber Interactive is going to work on Killing Floor 2. Saber collaboration with Tripwire Interactive will begin with the spring of 2020 seasonal update. This is kind of interesting because I think World War Z was kind of underrated because it was an
Yeah.
Epic exclusive. But I actually think from what I saw, it was a pretty good game.
The climbing mechanics of like the zombies on top of each other was like that's like the iconic
The idea
thing
of
from
like
the movies.
the hordes were really good.
Yeah.
And
The rest of the game I'm still a bit about, but I'm not a big zombie.
Let's see how much it is on the Epic sale.
Hmm.
Actually, that's interesting. World War Z. How much it is on...
Why would
Oh, I'm
the
getting the
US
film with Brad Pitt, which I haven't seen, but I've heard it's terrible.
I've watched Your Movie Sucks review on that, and it looks hilarious.
Let's have a look. How much is it?
£11.
It's minus £20.
Yeah, what?
So you can't get the sale on it, but so if you want to pick it
I
up
thought it was
on,
£10 though.
on Epic, it is...
Oh no, it's 15 wasn't, then you get 10. Okay, yeah.
It has to be below 15 to get there.
We just saw a little clip of that, but that's like the hordes climbing on top of each other is really cool.
It looks really cool, and apparently it feels really cool as well.
Okay.
And we talked about before previously, they've been doing tons of updates for it as well. There was the ship update.
Hi everyone, I'm Oliver.
Hi.
Oliver. Hello.
It looks really good.
It looks better than it actually than it used to actually, because some of the levels that I was seeing look kind of bad.
Hmm. Where's the see if I can find the ship update. That one looked really cool. When you're like fighting hordes of zombie while you're running through a ship. That reminded me of like Zombie Escape kind of maps from like Counter-Strike and stuff. That was really cool.
Actually, yeah, these updates make it look pretty cool.
But
maybe a game.
If you've got £11.45 to spend, you could do worse for a zombie. This is a really fun zombie game from what I've seen. So maybe check it out.
Check it out.
Check it out.
Yeah, it does. It looks better than it did at launch, but the zombie mechanics were always pretty cool.
No Man's Sky. I'm gonna call this the No Man's Sky note block update. Yeah, that's what I've called it.
What do they call it? The bite beat.
The bite beat.
That's it.
It's more. It's not like it's more like a synth sort of thing. But I'm gonna call it the note block.
Yeah,
update.
it's no block in a block.
But you can now live your fantasy of driving to the space nightclub and just dancing away.
My fantasy of pretending to be Grande.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it seems like the like actual way of making music is quite in depth.
Yeah.
Does this interest you at all as a No Man's Sky player?
Not really.
You've never really been interested in note blocks in Minecraft, have you?
No, but like in Minecraft, you use it for doorbells and things. That's when I use it as well. So if I was making a base, I'd probably like try and make some sounds. I like the Iron Giant. We just need Vin Diesel to voice like that.
Yeah, it looks cool. People are very creative with this game.
Yeah.
There's a lot to like a game where people can make their own stuff.
I think the building is missing. It's like more logic things to make like not animated, but that sort of animated feel to your bases. So like there's no like redstone-y stuff as far as I can tell. There is some elements of that, but not really.
Right.
That would be good to add. Go on.
Baby Yoda has now been added to The Sims 4. The first official implementation of Baby Yoda is in The Sims 4. What everybody wanted, really. We all said, where's Baby Yoda? He is the best meme.
See, I've watched The Mandalorian and I don't understand.
Wait, how did you watch The Mandalorian?
Oh.
I
just go around someone's house and watch it on a big screen.
Okay.
I don't ask questions past that point.
Wait, Tony's admitting to doing some dodgy Disney.
I'm not doing anything dodgy.
Hang on.
I'm just watching it around a friend's house.
Yep.
Take him out.
We got him. Take him to the China death camp.
But I just pretend I'm dead though. I'm a skeleton.
True. But then they double kill you.
True.
Okay, I understand Baby Yoda is like a Disney corporate thing, but he's so fucking cute. I don't care. I think he's so cute.
I get the cuteness, but I don't understand the memes. To
Also,
me, he's not that cute.
Do we ever... Okay, this is going to hark back to an old podcast. Do we know how many toes Baby Yoda has? Because that could help us identify Baby... Let's find some pictures of Baby Yoda.
I don't think we
haven't seen. Did we ever see his toes?
I don't know.
He's always wearing this long cloak.
Wait. Click that one.
This one.
Can we...
Enhance.
No. I thought we could like see it under it somehow.
I don't think we ever see his toes.
No, I think it's hidden them.
You can tell where Yoda is based on how many toes he has. Because his puppet and his animated version have a different amount of toes.
This isn't Yoda though. This is Baby Yoda.
Yeah, which is confusing because the race of Yodas are called
Yoda.
Yoda?
It's not actually Baby Yoda. It's Baby Yoda.
Oh my god, that's so cute.
He ate that. Well, he almost ate that frog, by the way.
No, don't say that. It's Pepe.
He spat it out.
It's Baby Yoda and Pepe. Feels good, man. Feels.
What's this?
Sorry?
$24.99 for a Yoda.
Feels good, man.
In dollars. And this.
People are already selling like knockoff merch for it.
Look at that. That's not cute at all. I like this. I like the crochet. No, it's not crochet. It's something similar to that. I like that.
You like this, but you think which one? This is terrifying.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't know. Like, if you watch the show, you realize like how much it's just Baby Yoda's just there for no reason, other than be like, oh my god, Baby Yoda.
He could be on our meme awards of 2019.
He actually could, but I'm gonna rate him as a 0 out of 10. I fucking hate it as a meme.
Let's talk about. Okay, you want to have a bet? Someone's making a Little Big Planet fan game. How quickly do you think this is going to get DMCA'd?
I don't know. I don't know who owns. Sony owns the rights, I think.
It's made. I think it's made maybe in Unity on PC. Let me have a look. If it's in the description.
I don't know.
But they basically remade Little Big Planet on PC.
Do they have?
From what I've read, they have support for the community managers as long as they don't monetize it. But the thing with community managers is like the Blizzard developers can say, "Hey, this add-on for World of Warcraft is really cool," and then Blizzard's legal team comes along and they're like, "No, we can't do this. This is infringing on our copyright."
Yeah.
But if this thing actually gets going, this could be really cool.
It has so much of the old.
I actually, as someone who's played Little Big Planet on the PlayStation 3, I love Little Big Planet. I think it's such a great game.
Did you ever play the second one?
Mm.
I don't like this. Like the campaign of the first one was really cool with Stephen Fry, so the second one wasn't as good for that.
I got like,
but the extra mechanics they added for like the actual building of levels was really cool. Also, this person is way better than I ever was at building anything.
It's probably easier with a mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, for sure.
What was I gonna say? Oh, you remember the PS3 data breach where the hackers took PS Online off for like a couple of weeks? They gave us free games. I got like Infamous and Little Big Planet.
Oh, really?
The ones I chose, yeah.
Well, I already own those games, so I can't remember what I got. I think I got. So long ago now.
Now in development. So I'm gonna give that 2 months before it gets taken down by
2
Sony.
months, 2 months. Okay.
What's your bet? Higher or lower?
1 month.
1 month. You're going lower.
They're gonna be really Scrooge McGruff. That's not right. In January.
Well, so far, I don't know if we're doing it from now or from when the trailer went live.
From now.
Okay, from now. But the trailer's been live for 2 weeks already.
Yeah.
So, well, I think 1 month is a bit jumping the gun.
You think? Mm-hmm. I don't know.
You want to talk about the Steam Awards?
I do. I'm gonna be annoyed.
Okay. Game of the Year. I think so. I voted Resident Evil 2.
Yeah, I agree.
It's the only game here I've actually played the demo of.
Well, it's also better than the other. I mean, like.
I haven't played Jedi Fallen Order.
No, but it's still nowhere near as good as 2.
I haven't played Devil May Cry 5.
That's also pretty good actually. That's good. Yeah, I think 2. I think 2 ends it.
I really like Resident Evil 2 from what I played from the demo, so that's why I voted for it.
Why is that? Why do people like that? I don't get these Destiny 2 like games. I'll be honest with you. They seem really boring to me.
To put into perspective for you, I think it's maybe just US, but the biggest grossing shooter franchise in the US is Call of Duty. The second is Destiny.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
So people really love Destiny.
Okay, even though
and
it's
as I've talked about in previous podcasts, it's not a this game is best for this category. This is the most popular game.
Yeah.
Which for the Game of the Year, I would agree, is a correct category to put.
That's fair enough. Because it's just whether you think's good, but I don't understand it personally.
I mean,
I'm not.
Let's just say, in a year where Garfield Kart 2 came out, Team Sonic Racing.
Yeah, but Destiny 2 is going to win though, isn't it? I mean, it doesn't actually matter. It doesn't matter who wins, but
Garfield Kart 2 was snubbed. That's all I'm saying.
True. Anyway, moving on to the. Actually, I'm going to time before the Steam Awards because I want to.
Are you going to talk about what you voted for here?
I haven't voted for anything technically yet.
No.
But I'll tell you what I will vote for.
What your nomination was.
Oh, I can't remember. I think for this one, I think it was Resident Evil 2.
Mine was Hot Lava.
Mine was Resident Evil 2, so.
Okay. So you got it right there.
Yeah, I got it right. Yeah, 1 point for me.
Beat Saber
Mine was Beat Saber as well.
Some people are arguing.
Oh, Blade and Sorcery made it. Nice.
Some people are arguing because technically the early access for Beat Saber came out in 2018.
Yeah, but we didn't. No one voted for it last year.
The 1.0. I think Skyrim VR won.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't
popular.
It wasn't popular last year. You can't. It's not. No. It's fine.
I would have been okay with Blade and Sorcery or Gorn winning.
Have you seen Blade and Sorcery stuff?
Yeah, I've seen Blade and Sorcery.
Yeah, I think it's really cool.
Shut. Hit the wrong button.
It's fine.
I voted for Beat Saber.
Yeah, I think Beat Saber is still the best. I think Blade and Sorcery is a close second though.
I might have voted for.
But
budget cuts.
The Borderlands 2 VR. What?
Yeah. Do you not remember that?
No. I don't know.
I like how it's got overall mixed reviews, but it's also on the VR Game of the Year.
There's not
awards.
that many VR games to play.
Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted is on here.
That can fuck off.
Labour of Love Award. This is the one I was the most pissed off about.
Is there anything here other than Warframe? I'm okay with Warframe.
I voted for CSGO. I actually think Valve has been doing a fantastic job of CSGO recently.
I still think Warframe does a fantastic job, despite never playing it.
Dota 2 as well. Valve does a really good job of supporting Dota 2.
I think
I just don't personally play it.
Actually support their games really well, just sometimes they don't make games for a while.
Labour of Love. Okay, I learned this earlier.
Deep Rock
Galactic should be here instead of GTA 5.
Yeah.
GTA 5 and Rockstar are the money-grubbing assholes.
They added
give a shit about that game.
because they added one thing to make with loot boxes in.
It was snubbed.
It was snubbed.
But as I've said before, it's a popularity contest,
the people vote
and
for
GTA 5 is voted every year.
Yep. Yeah, this one pisses me off every year.
I voted for CSGO. Better with Friends. I voted Risk of Rain. I don't know what the fuck Underlords, Daisy, or Ring of Elysium are doing here. I didn't think any of those deserved a vote.
Why is Daisy?
Daisy is Better with Friends, apparently.
Okay.
I voted for Risk of Rain. Risk of Rain was a nomination of mine.
I can't remember what I put here anymore.
I didn't put Risk of Rain here. I put Totally Reliable Delivery Service.
Okay.
Because I played the
Do you
beta.
remember what I put?
It was actually some of the most Better with Friends fun I had that year.
Yeah.
I don't know any of your
I put Space Engineers.
Oh, fuck. But I put Risk of Rain for a different category, which I think is coming later. I think I put it for best game I suck at, Risk of Rain 2, because I'm really bad at it, but it's really fun.
What's the fourth one?
Ring of Elysium's like a battle royale game.
Oh, okay.
It's there because it's popular.
Oh, okay. Guess that's Better with Friends.
Most innovative gameplay.
Oh, Slay the Spire.
I vote for Slay the Spire.
Oh my god, I got there. I actually made it.
I fucking love Slay the Spire, but it's going to lose to Barbara Is You because Barbara Is You is really popular.
Oh,
right
is
now.
it?
Yeah.
Is Planet Zoo also
It's
popular?
a kind of. Yeah, I don't know why Planet. It's just. Just a zoo type.
Is that innovative? Yeah, I don't understand that one. What is Barbara? I don't remember Barbara Is You.
It's a puzzle game where you change words to give different meanings to the words. And then it changes how your character moves.
Oh, that's
so you say
cool.
So Barbara is the elephant, and then you move Barbara is elephant to lava is elephant, and then you become the lava, and then you have to use that to solve puzzles.
Have you ever seen Scribblenauts stuff? It's kind of similar to the adjective changing in that game. Yeah. But more in depth.
So I think Barbara Review is actually a really good vote. If you're going to do that.
Slay the Spire I think is quite innovative as well though. So
it is a deck building roguelike game.
With lots of deck building ideas.
It's really game. You know, I voted last year for Slay the Spire to be, I think it was my developer of the year because I couldn't choose between Dead by Daylight and Slay the Spire, but it's fantastic. Technically came out in 2019 because of coming out in early access. If you haven't played Slay the Spire yet, play Slay the Spire. It's fucking awesome.
And Book of Demons.
I almost voted for Slay the Spire for Game of the Year again.
Really? Whenever I think of Slay the Spire, I always think of Book of Demons because I think I found them at kind of a similar time.
Well, we talked about
both of them.
We talked about this last week.
Yeah.
Book of Demons is making a Slay the Spire kind of game. So, outstanding story-rich game.
What the fuck is this? Okay, Plague
Gears
Tale
5.
Plague Tale fine. Why Gears 5?
Yeah.
Why Far Cry? People know what story is?
Don't know.
I don't know what Greedfall is though.
I vote for Disco Elysium because I've heard really good things about it.
I know Jim really loves it.
But it just doesn't look like a game I would play.
No, but I really like the look of Plague Tale, so I'd vote for that.
Okay.
Change vote right
This
now.
is like no. This is
what is Greedfall in the end?
I can have a look. Core role playing and Forged Destiny. It might be like a action RPG. Let me have a
Who
look.
publishes this? Focus on Interactive. Okay. I do not remember.
It's not made by developers. It's just made by a bunch of spiders.
Oh, okay.
Just a bunch of spiders.
I remember the advert for this now, actually, but never looked into it.
Oh, here's some gameplay. Yeah, it kind of looks like a witchery kind of game.
Yeah, I didn't look.
Where it's like an action role-playing game.
It looks okay.
I don't know anything about it though.
No, but I guess people like the story, so maybe.
But I know people are like. Some people are calling Disco Elysium the best game of the year. So.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's not for me though, because I'm not a big fan of that.
Yeah, it's very text-based from what I've seen.
Yeah, I also don't like the world as much as I do like the Plague Tale.
Next one. Best game you suck at, as I said before, I had Risk of Rain 2 here, but I think Mordhau is an amazing game here because that is a game lots of people suck at.
I'm going to put Code Vein.
I've actually played one of these games. I've played Hunt Showdown. I definitely really sucked at it.
Was the game sucky though?
I didn't. It's basically like a battle royale game, but with kind of PvE elements.
Yeah.
It's the best way to go. It's definitely very tense, and I was very scared when I finally found someone. Kind of that Daisy kind of atmosphere.
Is that broccoli and ice cube?
Sorry?
In the background, on the right. Is that broccoli and the ice? What the fuck? I wasn't even looking. I've been distracted.
Heard good things about Remnant from the Ashes. Haven't played it. But yeah,
well,
Mordhau was the game for me.
Okay. For me, it's Code Vein because I really like the look of Code Vein.
It's because it's the anime.
It's the anime Dark Souls, yeah.
Outstanding visual style. This is one you can do just by looking at trailers.
Oh my god, Astroneer made it.
I thought I've seen someone playing through Grizz, and I thought Grizz was really beautiful.
This is really cool, yeah.
It was really well done.
I think I prefer Astroneer slightly more. I have to relook. I have to actually look at this properly.
Okay, when you look at the Astroneer, I think definitely.
I really like Astroneer. Why is this in it though?
I don't. People like. That sort
of
stuff.
Okay.
Astroneer does.
I really like
Astroneer.
No, I like the other one a lot, but this I really like. I really love this look of the game.
Has that kind of voxel.
Yeah, it's really nice, and the colours are really well done.
Katana Zero as well was a one I was considering as well.
I got a wallpaper engine of this as well. It's really cool.
Wow, then it's your one. Subnautica Below Zero, I think we've kind of seen it before with the original Subnautica.
Yeah, but it's still cool.
I don't think it really adds too much to like the amazing visual style. So.
I guess that's not what this is for. It's just, do you like it or not?
But that is the Steam Awards.
That's all of them.
We've got to wrap this up because we haven't even got to the Game Awards yet, and there's tons of trailers to go through.
Yeah.
So what were you going to say? Finish it up.
There's normally more than there was last year, but we've got a few cuts. I'm okay with being less awards though, but I'm still annoyed.
What did I put for my outstanding visual style of 2019? So I wish it told you what you nominated originally.
Didn't it last? It's that, doesn't it? You voted for.
No, it's telling me what I voted for from the choices.
Oh, that's fine this time, not again.
I probably put like Team Sonic Racing or something stupid like that though.
I don't think we did. We have a podcast on it, so we could go and have a look. But
no, we don't.
Do we not?
No, because by the time we did the podcast, the votes were closed.
Okay, I swear we talked about before the podcast.
We talked about before the podcast, not on air.
Well,
nothing recorded.
Fuck.
Yep. So unless they tell me at the end, I have no idea. But I remember outstanding story-rich game. I think I put Team Sonic Racing.
Well, I put Plague Tale down. So.
Okay.
Why do you put Team Sonic Racing? It's just drunk.
It's just funny to me.
It's drunk.
So, Team Sonic Racing does have like a really heavy story attached to it. For some reason, I'm like, why do I need this shit? I just want to race around as Sonic characters. But like this mysterious guy invites you to all of the different Sonic characters, this mysterious race that you all need to compete in.
I can't remember.
What's his motive behind this?
I can't remember.
Could he be an evil villain?
I can't remember what it was on either Amazon or Netflix, but I saw that they added Sonic recently.
Really?
Sonic X or something?
I need to watch The Witcher on Netflix. It's out now.
God.
I don't know.
Can you tell me how bad or good it is before I don't want to...
I'm definitely going to watch it, so...
Gives me a headache just thinking about...
Anyway, let's quickly move on. Speaking of The Witcher, good segue. CJ Projekt Red has come to a solidified relationship with The Witcher book author.
At last, don't say
and Zeg Sapkowski, I think is his name, because he's Polish, right?
Yeah, he is.
But they now have solidified The Witcher rights for... where is it? I think it's for video games, graphic novels, but not for films and TV. I think that's...
Yeah, I think that was always the thing though.
Yeah, they don't have the TV rights with the new Witcher Netflix coming.
So Netflix goes to the original author, which I guess I'm okay with.
Here it is. Video games, graphic novels, board games, and merchandise. Because there is a Witcher board game as well. But if you don't know, we talked about previously, the writer of the original Witcher books was suing CJ Projekt Red because he believed he didn't have fair compensation.
They're also doing it in a really deceptive way. They basically like, we'll go public with this if you don't do this, this, and this, and then CJ Projekt went, okay, we'll go public then. Which I think is really cool. But it's good that they've got a better relationship. I still don't like the guy though, but I still think he deserved some more money.
Well, I know he always didn't like the Witcher games.
Well, he doesn't think games is an art form that's worth doing. It's like,
well, that's originally the reason why he sold it so low.
Yeah,
was because he's like, I read these books and I love these books and the Polish folklore, Eastern European folklore. And he's like, well, these games probably aren't going to make anything. I'll sell it cheap.
Despite most people knowing his work through the games now, which he does not want to admit.
But it's like that thing. It's like you could go back in time and invest in Apple stocks when it was just a company.
Yeah.
Like he didn't know at the time. Yeah. Warcraft 3 Reforged is being released on January 28th, 2020. Blizzard lied. They said it was coming out in 2019. They've now gone back on this after saying nothing about it all year.
No,
the whole year I've been saying...
They were going to announce it's coming out next year, in 2019.
No, because if you go to the pre-order page for Warcraft Reforged, it says
it does.
Release date 2019. And I've been saying this whole year, when is Warcraft 3 Reforged coming out? Because Warcraft Classic came out. I was like, they can't release it at the same time as Warcraft Classic. They're going to lose all their players. It's like, are they just going to randomly release it YOLO at Christmas? No, it's coming out the start of next year. I might be getting this. I'm not sure at the moment. I'm saving up for a graphics card at the moment. That's my top priority, and then I'll probably...
I will say, a sudden upgrade my graphics card before anything else worked wonders.
Yeah.
Because the CPU can still handle it, just not one AAA game.
Speaking of Pokemon news, I'm now an Epic Pro Pokemon gamer.
Yeah,
Dynamaxing the new Pokemon battle mechanic introduced in Sword and Shield. If you've seen the giant raid bosses where the Pokemons go massive, that's Dynamaxing. It's been already banned in competitive community. Smogon OU singles after an 87% super majority vote. Basically, if you don't know, Dynamaxing makes it so it's really imbalanced. It makes it so your Pokemon can't get switched out. They're immune to like flinching and stuns and sleeps. They're like immune to CC. You can't switch them out. You can't do anything to them, and it just completely imbalances the game.
As far as I can see, like if you just make a DPS massive attack Pokemon, then you can't lose. Right,
but before, I think with the previous games they had the Mega Evolutions, and I think they were more balanced. I don't know if they were banned. I don't know much about Pokemon esports.
I thought Mega Evolutions looked better than
Dynamaxing.
What's it called?
Dynamaxing.
Dynamax.
You get like a star. You get like a piece of a flying star, and then you give it to a Pokemon, and then you turn into this giant raid boss. Yeah.
When I first saw the trailers for this game, I kind of thought, this would be cool as like a boss in the game that you fight against, not something that you just it's just two Pokemon fighting each other. Okay.
But seems like the community of Pokemon esports does not like it, so it will not be allowed. Fortnite version 11.30. I don't know if this is out yet. I think it's out now, is adding Splitscreen back to PlayStation and Xbox. We haven't seen a game like Fortnite add Splitscreen like in a while. People are more online now, and Splitscreen isn't a big priority. But game as huge as Fortnite is adding Splitscreen.
Well, some people like just come around like, oh, I want to play Fortnite with a friend on a couch
on my second controller.
Yeah,
so that's pretty cool to see. Valve is suing a Singapore-based tournament organizer that owes $750,000 in paid prizes and wages. In esports, this happens a little bit too much. Prize pools aren't paid out. There's some little bit scummy companies.
It's a lot of money as well.
Was this for the... I think this was for the Dota major, maybe? Let's have a look.
It was filed on April 8th.
Yeah, 2 minor Dota 2 events.
Jesus Christ.
But that's the problem with, like, lawsuits in Asia. Sometimes they can just disappear. But hopefully Valve can get the money back from them to give to the players.
Yeah, so Valve's trying to get the money out for the players.
Yep.
And I guess not just the players, but everyone involved in
hopefully
the
they can win
it.
because then this will set an example for future esports tournaments, which is what I'm hoping for. We've had a Halo community update. So we've got a Christmas challenge. Basically beat the part-time on 2 snowy missions or 10 matchmaking games on snow maps. This is the Christmas episode, so we're going to have some Christmas news for Halo Reach.
Just think, everything has snow on it. That's what you need to remember.
They also did a Halo Master Chief Collection. They did the state of the game. They said they're working on audio issues, stuttering, any screen tearing with VSync. They're working on mouse input and key binding issues. And they're also working on crouching while moving. This is something I pointed out to Hearthstone Andy when we were playing this. I was like, wait, if you're crouching you can't move and crouch. I feel like you should be able to. It feels kind of unnatural, so they're going to look into that. And they've also touching on Halo Combat Evolved, the first game which they're now working on after Reach is coming out, because they're releasing them chronologically. Halo Reach was made after a lot of Halo games, but chronologically is like one of the first games.
It's basically the battle that did the rest of the games, basically. But yeah.
But they've said they're working on a lot. It's in pre-alpha phase, but the stuff they're testing now is mouse and keyboard support, FOV support, aspect ratio support, customization, HUD upres, VFR support, input latency reduction, and PC optimizations. Because I believe they're trying to use the original enhanced edition from the Combat Evolved Halo and move it over to PC. Okay. But it looks really good from this screenshot. Looks like they've done FOV changes.
Yes.
This is the original Halo, so that looks really good. They've said at the current trajectory they're looking to start flights for this in January. Okay. Flights are like basically Microsoft's beta testing, like closed and public beta testing for Halo games. Cool. The Game Awards, finally, our main news topic for this week. We're going to watch a bunch of trailers, so get some popcorn, get ready.
Trailers number 2.
The Game Awards had a bunch of trailers, so we'll just talk about some stuff that happened before the trailers, and then we'll go straight in and we'll talk about them. 13 indie game demos were released before the Game Awards. So, before a bunch of stuff, the Carry On demo came out again. We got a actual System Shock
actual playable demo
from Night Dive Studios. It's reimagining the original System Shock. I think they retextured basically the alpha from long ago again, just to give people an idea. Because I played the original System Shock HD alpha thing from like years and years ago. Yeah. I don't know if that's the same thing, but there's tons of cool stuff demos to play and check out, so check that out if you're interested in trying some new indie games.
I would say almost all of those look good from just like looking through them.
Especially...
But I think any of them look bad, do they?
Especially Skatebird. The bird skating
I actually like the idea. Look at this!
This looks fucking
This is great! Didn't I make? I thought I made a joke of this one point. Like, it looks like
we talked about
Skate 4.
we talked about this on the E3 indie showcase.
Yeah,
looks pretty good.
Skate 4.
So we've started. If you don't know, right? The Half-Life Alyx was supposed to be shown at the Game Awards. At the last second, it was pulled. This was literally like
The day before wasn't it, or something?
It was like on the day, before, or the day, like, you know, not hours, but like probably like 10 hours or something before the show was on. The main theory is because people have played Boneworks and it has smooth locomotion.
Yeah.
Half-Life Alyx, from everything we've seen, including the tested video which is out now, Half-Life Alyx is only working on.
So was that Adam Savage's tested?
Yeah.
So they changed the name. The suffix. They changed the name so it's easy to search, and it's like it just makes me laugh every time.
What's that YouTube show that Adam Savage? Oh, Tested. That's the one. But actually, the guys on Tested know a lot about VR. And they're really good.
Someone else. Really
Norman Reese. Yeah.
That's Norman Reese. Yeah, Norm and Reese.
Yeah. But no, they basically Valve let them into their offices.
Yeah. They do know a lot about VR. It's kind of
they tested Half-Life Alyx on every single VR headset.
Yeah,
and I watched the whole 30-minute video. It's great.
They reviewed almost every other like big VR game, so it's like interesting to like see like the reviewing of it.
Basically, they said if you have like an OG Vive, they would recommend you get index controllers as your like logical upgrade because that adds a lot to the experience.
You actually have
yeah, you can use the hands.
But Knuckles.
They said, yeah, the Knuckles are the index controls.
That's what they're called.
They were called.
They work.
You know, like Project Natal and Kinect.
Yeah.
Knuckles is what they were called in development.
Knuckles sounds better, so I'm going to call them Knuckles forever.
It's like Sonic.
Forevermore. Yeah, exactly. That's why I like the name.
What are they saying? Okay, yeah. So they said the worst one with some of the Windows mixed reality controllers. The loops on them were way too big. And when you were like trying to reload the gun, they were like clanking and stopping you from moving.
Right.
They said that was quite annoying. Like, they also showed off their Franken Oculus, which is like a modified version of the Oculus to add more weight to the back with like an audio strap. Like, they've built like their own headsets, and they call them like the Franken Oculus, where they've tinkered around to try and make them more comfortable. They said the Index is the best way to play, obviously. Windows mixed reality sort of stuff is cheap alternative. It's pretty good for the most part. The controllers not great. You can play this on it's one of the you can play it on an Oculus Quest, but you have to like have a plug into the front of the panel and then plug that into a PC, and then it goes through a video encoder. Yeah. But they said they noticed the compression, but it wasn't too bad. Actually, playing it on the Oculus Quest was quite comfortable and really wasn't that bad. So if you want to get an Oculus Quest, you can play Half-Life VR or Half-Life Alyx.
Okay.
Anyway. Also, we've got confirmation that Half-Life Alyx will be a fully single-player game with no multiplayer deathmatch elements to it. So, first trailer, The Wolf Among Us 2. This is a big one. Lots of people loved The Wolf Among Us from Telltale. Now we've got the new Telltale studio that said they're going to focus on not crunching their employees and looking after employee health. Hopefully that's true.
Who's publishing it this time round? Is it self-published again?
I don't know, to be honest with you.
I forgot to look.
I don't remember what the new... Is it Skybound, the people who took over?
I have to search Wolf Among Us 2. Mojang, that's it.
Mojang's making it. Well done, Mojang, on getting that big. Let's have a look. Oh, self-published.
Yeah, okay.
That's the original Wolf Among Us. Was self-published, sorry.
We don't know yet. Okay.
Let me see if I can find it. I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't fully know what's going on with Telltale.
No, I was trying to remember.
It's been taken over by a new company, and it's called Telltale Games.
I don't know who actually owns the rights to it, or who bought it,
but
we'll see.
This is like, I think TB loved this game. The Wolf
Among Us.
It was his like favorite.
I bought Wolf Among Us as well.
Telltale game. I think the only Telltale game I've played is Batman, and Batman's actually really good.
Okay.
Yeah, the Batman Telltale games are really good. Wait, this is DC. Is the Wolf Among Us part of the DC universe?
I don't know. Oh, it's got Warner Brothers in it.
Yeah.
They might publish
I don't know anything about the... It's based on Bill Willingham's Fable comic book series. That might have been a DC comic book.
Maybe.
Let me have a look. Wolf Among Us comic. I don't know if it's part of the DC comic universe. Let's try and have a look.
I might just own it though. Oh.
Yeah, that might be true. Based on the hit Telltale game video game. Wait, the comic came afterwards? What?
I know.
Okay, I don't know. I know people are hyped for this. That's why I'm talking about it anyway. Wait, we ran out of Christmas music. We got to go back to the island.
I think it's been off for like 15 minutes.
I didn't realise.
I didn't realise either. What were we doing? I wasn't. Yeah.
We've got a new Xbox announcement. They announced it at the Game Awards. People are expecting them to have like some sort of big press conference. It seems like.
Can I just say
the Game Awards is that now? Yep.
Can I say right away it's a terrible name. They should have just called it Scarlet.
Okay. So my thoughts of this is the Xbox Series X. Microsoft really fucking loves the number X. We have the Xbox X.
Yeah.
The Xbox Series
They
X.
are so bad at naming things though.
And
why is Microsoft so bad?
It seems like what I've been saying for years. They are trying to turn the Xbox into a PC because it looks exactly like a PC tower.
I don't see the. Doesn't it have like Corsair components in as well?
I don't know anything about the actual PC itself.
Yeah, I can't remember now. I watched something about it.
But we have an amazing user on Reddit who had a look at it and built it to scale. I'll just show you the image. User Ako Do Ryu built us a nice 2-scale
I love it.
rendering. This is a computer graphic rendering of the actual Xbox S. So it looks like a mid-range PC tower.
Yeah, I'm a bit annoyed because like the thing about a console is like they fit into cabinets a lot easier, whereas this doesn't. But it has better cooling because of it. It looks like a Corsair 1 to me. Remember that case?
No, I don't remember.
Okay, it's like a pre-built that's like got one fan on the top and does all the cooling through radiators and like convection cooling.
So he said, based on Windows Central comparisons used based on USB port size, the size of the unit might actually be around 160, 163, 10, quite a bit larger than my initial measurements based on the controller, because they did like controller scale and then tried to figure out how big it was. They said in the news press you can put it laying down. If that's the case, doesn't it mean it's a little bit small? So you can. They show it standing up, but apparently you can have it.
Yeah, but it looks really
down
weird.
as well.
It looks really weird lying down.
For fuck's sake, I keep going the wrong way. Fuck's sake. But yeah, it's got the cheese. Everyone loves cheese graters. Just kidding. That's obviously.
I really don't like this.
I like the look of it.
The form factor. Yeah, but man, trying to do it sideways. It does not work sideways, and that's how I would want to put it in.
I mean, I have my PC standing up.
Right, but would you put? Yeah, but where would you put it in the living room?
On your TV cabinet.
On it, not
on it, under it. If it might be small enough to fit in. I honestly don't know.
But it's really awkwardly
We only
high.
have these professionally rendered 3D graphics to know about it.
I'm not feeling it, but
than this.
I will wait until we actually see it in real life.
But as always, I'm always excited for new console hardware. We're going to get the Xbox One X and the PS5, and I'm excited because it pushes PC games. It pushes game development forward to be more powerful, which is always great for PC.
Also, they want to get the Navi graphics.
So, Ninja Theory. They've been working on something at Microsoft. Initially,
for about a year.
Initially, we had that weird kind of PvP game that came out. It's like, really, this is what you got Ninja Theory working on? But you wait.
Just a small thing.
Sasuna's Saga Hellblade 2.
Sasuna's Oranges, Tangerine 2.
I don't know much about Sasuna's Sacrifice.
It's such a Christmas game, really, isn't it?
You can tell by the snow
and the music.
Yeah. But this was a very.
She looks very angry.
The original one was a very popular kind of psychological horror kind of experience. I don't really know.
You can play it in VR now as well.
But I know lots of people loved it.
Yeah.
So it's good to see another game that people might love. Cool Hands.
Cool Hand.
She looks pissed off. I think it's playing like some death metal music at the moment or something.
Sounds like Christmas music to me.
This is the winter solstice music for the pagan festival. We wish you a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year.
We just put any bass music with Chris music over the top. Oh, they're raiding the beaches. Just get Christmas music. Yeah, she's very angry during it. I can't remember how the game ends. The original one, so I don't remember.
Never played it. This apparently is in-game footage as well, and it was captured on an Xbox Series X. So this might give us an idea.
Yeah, right.
It looks great.
It looks slightly better than the other one, which already looked great. So
I like. Yeah.
They don't have to. Yeah, I mean.
This is going to be exclusive to Xbox One X and PC.
Well, so it's be PS4, I guess.
Yeah.
Or Switch. It wouldn't run on Switch.
So I'm guessing at least Xbox Game Pass on PC, maybe Steam. I don't know.
Or Epic.
I don't think Microsoft's gonna release.
Microsoft trolls. They're like, yeah, just go with Steam. It might do Epic though.
They did Epic with the Outer Worlds, right? Though.
Yeah.
And then they were like, also, we'll just put it on Game Pass. Fuck you, Epic.
Yeah.
You can buy it on Game Pass. Fuck you,
sometimes Epic. I love Microsoft, but sometimes.
We got a trailer for Ghost of Tsushima and a release date. It's coming summer 2020. This is like a samurai kind of Dark Soul-y kind of game. I know a lot of people were voting for Sekiro to be like Game of the Year. I know lots of people love that game. I'm not like a big kind of Dark Soul-y fan, so I didn't really play that one.
Oh, yeah. Dark Souls, I kind of like the idea of it, but I've never been able to. I never wanted to play it.
I think this might be a PS4 exclusive as well. It was on the PlayStation 4 channel. Might be on PC, I don't actually know. I don't have much to say about this trailer though.
No, it's
not a game I'm personally going to play. It looks cool, but it's probably not a game I'm going to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's move on to the next one.
Moving on.
One I will definitely be playing. Ori and the Will of the Wisps. I was thinking about games of the decade, and Ori and the Blind Forest is probably on my list of best games of the past 10 years. So I'm definitely going to be checking out Ori and the Will of the Wisps. I think it's Moon Studios makes it. Will of the Wisps. Who is it? Moon Studios, yeah, Moon Studios. Oh, with Microsoft. Might play this on Xbox Game Pass. You never know.
No, you want to own
it's very
this,
Christmassy. Right? I'm at a point where I don't feel like I need to own my games.
Okay, I would want to own this.
So I'll probably play it once, and maybe again.
Yeah, I like to own these types of games that I really like.
Available.
It's like films. I buy films I really like.
This will be on Steam, as well as the Xbox Game Pass and Windows 10. And the Xbox X, I guess, and the One.
The One?
Xbox One.
So hang on. So we had the Xbox, the 360.
Yeah.
The One.
The One.
The One X.
Yep.
Wait. One Series X.
Yes.
It's so confusing. Wait, is it actually called the Xbox One Series X or just the Xbox Series X?
Xbox Series X.
Okay, drop the One. Why can't it just be the Xbox 2?
Because that would be too simple.
Like PS5.
PS1,
Perfect.
2, 3, 4, 5.
It's actually, I really like just numbering things.
Well, it's pretty obvious to the consumer. Like,
yeah.
This is the next one.
It's the next one.
The next one.
Or they have like a Pro version afterwards, like PS5 Pro, PS4 Pro.
Ori and the Will of the Wisp. Looks amazing.
Yes.
We got a trailer for No More Heroes 3. We talked about No More Heroes coming to Steam. We got this really weird trailer. I actually quite liked the trailer. I thought it was quite cool.
It
gave me like E.T. vibes.
Did it?
Where he like looks after this alien and then he sends it off and then it comes back. Well, it's obviously parodying like E.T. The alien comes back and he's like, I'm going to destroy your planet. And then it's like, we need some superheroes to fight these guys. It's like, it's not, I don't think it's a hot take at this point, but Switch games are just JRPGs and platformers pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that though.
That looks pretty cool though.
Yeah.
I want to see some gameplay. I don't actually know much about No More Heroes.
Nope.
So that's pretty cool. Weird West. This was an interesting one that came out.
Wolfeye.
Devolver Digital, so I'm always going to check it out if it's published by Devolver Digital. Looks like a weird little cowboy game.
Was this the XCOM cowboy game? That's a different one.
I don't think it's an XCOM game.
Okay.
I think it's more of like a.
I think I'm thinking of a different.
I think it's more of like a top-down ARPG sort of game.
Yeah.
Does look pretty cool from what I'm seeing. I'll definitely have to check this one out. I always like to look at Devolver Digital games because they always publish really cool games.
Well, they just publish games. They're good.
Yeah. If you really want to experience the Wild West, go to Portland.
You can see right. Yeah, definitely ARPG. Sure.
Next one. I was watching the Game Awards and I was like,
"What is this?
Oh, what's this? This looks interesting." Because I was just watching all the trailer for the Game Awards and I was like, "Oh, this game looks interesting." I was like, "Wait, it's a sequel to The Forest, Sons of the Forest." And I was like, "I love The Forest. It's a great game."
Yeah, but I was very confused with. I don't get it.
When you finish The Forest, there's two endings. You can choose one. But
one of them.
One of them you stay. Well, spoiler alert. One of them you stay on the island.
Yeah.
And you let your son die.
Okay.
And then the other one is that you go back with your son, because you sacrifice. You sacrifice something to turn your son into a mutant, which helps him stay alive.
Right. Okay.
But then when you go back to when you go back from the island back into society, he starts having like these attacks, and he starts turning into like this mutant.
I find this very creepy because multiple.
The mutant multiple legs, because on the Forest there's tribal cannibals, but there's also like mutants as well. Because they've been doing you find like a science lab and you see they've been doing like tons of experiments on people. Going into a cave, that's when I knew this was the Forest, because
the
90% of my time in the Forest is spent in a cave.
Yeah, this is the part. Yeah, this is the Forest. Okay, this is what I remember from all the stuff I've seen of the Forest.
These guys look really cool. I think. But yeah, definitely want to check that out. Looks like it'll be a separate story from the first one.
Why can't it be the Forest 2 though?
Yeah, it might even be a prequel. I don't know. Looks like you're like some sort of army contingency coming down to go to the Forest.
It says fight demons on their arm.
Yeah.
For some reason.
But we'll have to check that one. We've got another one, Godfall from Gearbox. Looks like a Destiny kind of game. I think the footage here was shown on PS5. I think it's coming to PC as well. I'm not quite sure. But if like a Destiny kind of game interests you, check this out. Personally,
it's very weird.
I'm not really interested in these kind of games. These kind of futuristic Destiny, Warframe kind of games. I kind of
like the armor that they're wearing, but we'll see.
This is one I'm interested in, and I know a little bit about. We talked about Riot Forge. Riot Forge was allowing outside developers to make League of Legends games. And they want them specifically to be single-player games as well. We know that much. They want to be narrative experiences. So this is a League of Legends story made by the Darksided Genesis developer, Airship Syndicate. So Darksided Genesis came out recently. It was like kind of like a top-down ARPG experience. Yeah. It was different from the other Darksided games.
I keep seeing it advertised at the moment.
I've heard it's actually pretty good, and people say it's a very good Darksiders experience. But from what I know of the trailer, what we saw there with the hook and the lantern, that's Thresh, and that was the Shadow Isles. And from this area, this is the Pirate area, I think, which is Bilgewater. That's what I can tell you about the lore from playing the original League of Legends game.
Well,
so development for console and PC. It was just like a teaser trailer to show off the first League of Legends game made by an outside developer. So that's Ruined King. We've got another Dungeons and Dragons game. I kind of put this one in because the trailer was like weird GoPro footage and it looks so funny to me.
Yeah.
There's tons of Dungeons and Dragons games and I've never played one. I don't know.
There's the MMO.
This is coming out full 2020 and GoPro sold separately.
Oh, is it? Oh, shit. I thought it was.
You want to talk about Amazon's MMO is actually coming out. If you don't know, Amazon has been making a MMO game for a little while now.
Yeah, I'm interested, but We still don't know anything about it.
They developed the Lumberyard engine, which is the engine they were using people to use. They had some trouble with the Lumberyard engine because basically they made a bunch of games with the Lumberyard engine. It didn't really work, and then they were like, "We want you to make an MMO with this engine." Like, people were like, "It's not really built for this," so they kind of had to like. I'd compare it to like EA trying to force everyone to use the Frostbite engine, which is great for making Battlefield. Then when you try and force it to make other games, like it has the cracks in it.
But at the same time, though, they could have used the Frostbite engine for other games. They had if the people who did the engine actually were put into adding features to make it better. So I reckon that is at least what happened here.
This is coming out May 2020 next year, and
we'll see what it is.
The Steam page is up if you want to wishlist this. Looks kind of interesting, I guess, but I'm probably not going to play it. I'm not that interested.
Yeah, I'll probably look into it.
But we've had people saying like, some people on Reddit have said some of the things I want. I wish I could say some of the things I want to say about Amazon Game Studios. 9 months of my life I'll never get back. This is an unsubstantiated, anonymous comment from someone on Reddit, so take this with a grain of salt. But basically, they were saying he never technically signed an NDA. We were a third-party contractor to help ODev one of the projects. First day of the project, our entire engineering team quit. There was some frustrating things using the Lumberyard engine. You hear devs trouble working with Frostbite within EA's company. Trust me, it ain't no Lumberyard. I'm just glad I got out when I did. So it seems like although the cinematics for this look cool, could be like really buggy and maybe not like a great game, but we'll have to see. Have you wanted to play Surgeon Simulator 2, Tony?
Yes.
It's an Epic Games Store exclusive. It seems like,
of course it is.
You can, for the first time, we're actually seeing what the surgeon from Surgeon Simulator looks like. Based on this trailer, it was actually giving me like We Happy View kind of vibes. Kind of looks like that 60s kind of UK kind of style.
I remember there's something else as well, but I can't put my finger on the other thing at the moment.
Christmas.
Yeah. No, it's like the on rails thing.
And seeing like all the different surgeons makes me think maybe there'll be some sort of co-op element to it, which I think will add a lot to a Surgeon Simulator like game, where you look at a game like Hand Simulator, which I've recently got and might be talking about in a Tangerine, where it's like, oh, it's a gimmicky meme game, but when you add the ability to play with other people, it makes it way more fun.
Yeah.
Because, co-op games are usually way more fun when you can play with them with other people.
Do you like the ending though?
Put Bob back together.
It's just like all the same guy. Yeah, I got an axe. I got a plunger.
Studios coming out in 2020 exclusively, the Epic Game Store. Magic the Gathering is making a MMO. I've already signed up to this. I'm gonna.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I remember you telling me this. I'm actually interested, but
I love the Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
Card game.
You wanted to be Is It?
I wanted to be an Is It Lizard Wizard.
Yeah. And
I wanted to be like Niv Mizzet, the Lizard Is It Wizard.
Yeah.
I quite like the Magic the Gathering story. I know some people complain about the Magic the Gathering story.
It's a bit silly, but
once
it's grounded in one place, it becomes nice.
I think when they had the Guilds of Ravnica and they tied it all together with the different guilds and the feuds.
Yeah, but that's just one planet. That's my issue with it. It's like
you have the planeswalkers.
Yeah, there's multiple planes / universes. That's my issue. That becomes weird. It could have just been one fucking planet, and it made way more sense.
They went back on the kind of planeswalker lore, and that you're kind of more of a wizard now.
So now there's more just like, oh, you died or something happened to them to awaken, which is, I think that's still cool. Like they have a spark in them that awakens.
The thing that kind of worries me is I see Perfect World on there, and I'm like,
that's because they own everything.
But it's going to PC and console. And if you want to sign up to the beta,
do it now.
I put it on there, but go to playmagiclegends.com and you can sign up. 9 to 5. This was the most confused. They should have we made Max Payne, Quantum Break, Armor 3. We're involved in that. World of Tanks, Transal Pursuit Mobile, and then they showed off this trailer, which is the biggest fake out trailer of the whole thing. I wonder if I can play the music, because the music's interesting. It looks like Rayman Raven Rabbids, and it's a fake out. Like, just kidding, you didn't actually.
What the fuck?
It turns out it's actually a 3x3x3 tactical shooter FPS that's coming out on all platforms. So if that interests you, based on that weird fake out trailer, check that out. We got official gameplay from Humankind. It's the new 4x strategy game from Amplitude, published by Sega. So let's skip some gameplay. It does look very Civ-like, so if you're interested in, kind of the Civ 4x games.
I'm interested to see how the extra mechanics actually interact with each other, because it looks more in-depth and more, not modular, granular, like expanding and things. Yeah, I'm actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
But we have to see it, I guess, because like that 4X games, it can like one mechanic can like break a game basically. So you have to like really be careful.
They're very big, complicated games to make, so you got to make sure you do them right. So we'll have to see more like
combat looks a little bit
mechanics of this.
Simple, but that might be
graphics.
How it's done.
Graphics look amazing, like really good.
Yeah,
graphics.
it's like a tapestry sort of look. It looks really cool. It's like actually it looks very similar to like a Chinese tapestry, or like I don't know what you'd call that.
Civ 6 went much more cartoony. I'd say this is probably
a similar thing but different.
I'd say it's much less cartoony than Civ 6.
Well, yeah, but the Civ 6 map is more similar to that as well. Like it's a very similar idea. But the actual people in Civ 6.
Have you ever wanted to play a horror game made by PUBG Studios?
Sure, but what is this?
It shows you a rock and then you look left.
Yes.
But
why?
The most interesting thing is that...
Was that tree moving towards us? I don't fucking know.
The most interesting thing is PUBG is making a single-player game instead of PUBG. PUBG Studios is actually doing something.
Yeah, but they could have showed more.
As we talked about before, PUBG wanted to make single-player games, and this is one of them.
Well...
So I'm assuming it's a horror game.
Who is PlayerUnknown, though? We'll never know.
They're just going to have silent protagonists in every single game they make, and then that will be PlayerUnknown. Yeah. I guess it's Brendan Green. Who knows?
I don't care right now. Show me more and I might care.
We're almost done.
We are almost done.
Fast and the Furious Crossroads trailer. It was brave of them to show an Xbox 360 game at this show. If you look at some of the character details. This was one of the last trailers of the show. And I think this was put here because Half-Life Alyx was poured at the last minute, and this is.
But Vin Diesel.
And people are really pissed off about this being shown off because they were like,
"What is
shit?
This?
We wanted Half-Life Alyx. What is this shit?"
Yeah.
They did get like Vin Diesel and the.
You mean low-res Vin Diesel?
No, they had full-res Vin Diesel come onto the stage, and some of the other characters.
No, I want to make fun of low-res Vin Diesel though.
But that's coming out May 2020.
I'm not feeling this. It looks like just like a heavily scripted game.
And the last one, Oculus Quest from Facebook, we have Path of the Warrior, which does actually look pretty good. We get this little 2D trailer, like what's it called?
Splitscreen Brawler.
That was like Streets of Fury, I think it's called.
Yeah.
But then we go into like this 3D game, and it actually looks pretty fun. Like it actually looks like a pretty good VR game. So check that one out if that interests you. We'll move on to
the end.
Technology tweet. So to read this out, I was planning on releasing a game next year called The Lust Within Us, but after Outer Worlds and Outer Wilds this year, I'm changing the name to avoid confusion during the 2020 Game of the Year Awards podcast. Thanks, people, for looking out for the podcast.
Nice.
Because we actually personally got confused between the Outer Worlds and the Outer Wilds.
Yeah, because was it Grande or someone else?
Grande,
was like, oh, what's the best game? I'm like, wait, did he mean that? I was like, yeah, he did mean Outer Wilds. I personally prefer the Outer Worlds to Outer Wilds, but you like the look of Outer Wilds.
I like the look of Outer Wild, and it's an Epic exclusive.
We'll look into it, maybe, possibly.
You can check us out and everything in between podcast on YouTube. Type Peter in there. Usually Peter appears at some point. It's the Peter Podcast. It's also Christmas.
It is, so have a Merry Christmas.
Have a Merry Christmas this year.
Or a good holiday. If you don't have a holiday, then
your presents are full of tech and everything you wanted.
Yeah.
Gamer Gunk.
No Gamer Gunk.
Gamer Gunk.
No
compressed air, that's what I'm asking for this year. Please give me some compressed air.
Until after Christmas.
Twitch.tv/Scorn for watch live, and Scorn2000 if you want to see any of the videos I post up, like Tangerine, or the podcast. And check us out. We will see you next year.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.